It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. And this week we are talking about Sleater-Kinney, and we've done all the hard work. All you have to do is listen. And speaking of hard work works, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't sure if you knew that the Hard Work Works app is a free app where you download and then Coach Joe helps you get into shape. What? Unreal. And look, you get the first month for free. If you dig what's happening, it's only $10 a month. If you don't dig what's happening, you cancel. No muss, no fuss, whatever the words are. Those are the words I'm using. And Coach Joe is great. He will help you with whatever you have. You got nothing? He's going to figure out body weight workouts. You got some weights. He's going to get weight workouts for you. I'm tripping all over my words because I'm excited about Hard Work Works Fitness. Coach Joe wants you to hashtag join the hustle. Hard Work Works Fitness app. Check it out. We're talking about Sleater-Kinney today. And John, first off, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Hey, Justin, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Yeah, excited for this one. This is going to be good.
So lay it down for me. You put Sleater-Kinney on the board. Why are we talking about them today?
I did. Well, I want to first give a shout out to the person on Apple Podcast who put this as a request in the review. Hopefully they're listening and they can give you a good review for this one. But yeah, Sleater-Kinney is one that I have been familiar with for a long time, but I never really did the deep dive on. So this is maybe the first one of these that I've done that I wasn't familiar with the whole discography. So this is one that I put on the list because I wanted to do that. Like I've been meaning to do that for a long time, and I knew that this would give me an excuse to do it. So that's why that's why I put Sleater-Kinney on the list.
Well, look at you sitting in my chair for once, basically.
For the most part, yeah. I came in and out. Like I first heard of them probably in 97 around Dig Me Out. I was working at college radio when that came out, and Call the Doctor and Dig Me Out were big on that, and I really liked those. And then I kind of fell out with them and came back in and fell out, and so I was kind of up and down with them through the years. But yeah, this was great to listen to. It was a lot of fun.
So I want to put this out here because I've already referred to them as Sleater-Kinney twice. Is it Slater or Sleater, or does it matter?
I'm going to defer to our new person here.
Okay, so normally I would move over to Randy, who was second in line, but Lizen, welcome to the show. Hello, welcome to the show. Feel free to correct us or just lay it down. Is it Slater or Sleater, or does it matter?
Say Sleater-Kinney.
Okay, see,
but and it's because I think that's what everybody calls the road that they're named after.
Okay,
Sleater-Kinney Road.
Aha.
But I mean, it just kind of depends on who you're talking to, because I've heard people call it Sleater too. So
okay, so from hereforth, they shall be Sleater-Kinney on Deprogrammed. It has been decreed, and we have all decided unanimously.
Amen.
So, Lizen, firstly, thanks for joining the show. Why don't you walk me through why Sleater-Kinney had to be your first episode of Deprogrammed?
Well, thanks for having me, first off. Well, I'm sort of a super fan, I guess, self-proclaimed, but I've been going to their concerts since I was in high school. So that was a long time ago, in the mid
For all of us.
'90s.
For all of us.
And I would, even if I couldn't get in or like they sold out, I would just hang out outside just to listen to them. That's how big of a fan I was growing up. So I don't think I've missed a concert since they started playing. So in Seattle, where I grew up, I went to like as many as I could go to. And then out here, now that I'm in Atlanta, every time they've come through, I've seen them. And I will continue that pattern.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to tour this summer with Wilco, right? Were they coming down here?
Well, I saw them last fall when they came through with their latest album, right? I think it was right as it was announced that Janet was no longer going to be part of the band.
that was rough.
Yeah, that I was pretty heartbroken. I love her. She's a great drummer.
Absolutely. And one thing I wanted to mention too before we get into this is like Sleater-Kinney is one of those bands that like you rarely get a band full of just complete badasses, like regardless of whether they're male or female. And you can go through the, like, first off, they don't have a bass player, which I guess it goes back to the tradition of like Beat Happening and Bratmobile and like bands from the Northwest, because they really started as more like a Riot Girl band on that first record, which we didn't really pull any songs off of. But you just go through like Corin's voice is unbelievable. She can belt like almost no one else. Like it's amazing. And you know, Carrie is right there as well. You know, people might know her from Portlandia. Guilty. And then Janet is like one of the most badass drummers of this generation. So yeah, they were a powerhouse 3-piece from the very beginning.
Yeah, Janet's phenomenal. And Carrie is in concert. She is a showman. She's just so fun to watch play. And that's why I love going to see her play as well. And then, of course, like you said, Corin's voice her range is amazing.
So we're going to bring in Randy here. Randy, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, you're not welcome. No.
Oh, no. I'll go back to my own show.
I don't know why I pulled the shit heel on you. Sorry.
It was ripe for the picking.
So walk me through it. Why are you here to talk Sleater-Kinney with us?
So at around the time, I think it was around maybe this time last year, I started signing up for episodes. We did Bad Religion, which it's amazing I haven't been on this show for a year, but I still am very thankful that, you know, I am back here. I would love to do more whenever it is possible. But, you know, when I signed up for the show, it was recently before or recently after I went to go see them in Boston, that same tour that Lizen was talking about before, the Center Won't Hold tour. And I kind of did the deep dive then. And it wasn't as specific as going back and listening to all 8 albums. You know, we host a podcast that does live music, so I know set lists. I go back to the Setlist FM and I look at all the set lists that they have, and I'm kind of studying the songs. I'm like, okay, I want to at least be prepared to know what they're going to play. So I made my own playlist to kind of, you know, basically go towards that. And it was mostly stuff off of The Woods, a little bit of Dig Me Out, a little bit of One Beat, and then the show that I went to up in Boston, they played the whole entire Center Won't Hold album, not in order, but everything off the album was played. So yeah, it's just something that honestly, like you said before we started recording, Sleater-Kinney was never something that was on your radar, and they were something that was only very, you know, it was kind of at the base level for me before I went to go see them. And then now that I've studied 8 albums of theirs, like I didn't have that knowledge at all before going into this. And really the only way that I kind of know Sleater-Kinney, 2 ways actually. They did they were a participant on the Rock Against Bush compilations back in 2004. They had a song called Off of Their Heads, and I thought that was just fantastic. There weren't a lot of girl bands that were on those albums, and they stood out. They were awesome. And then I really got to familiarize myself with them because they played and opened up for Pearl Jam so many times in, the mid 2000s, 2003, 2005. And Pearl Jam started to tag their song "Not For You" with "Modern Girl." So that's how I really started to stick with me and be like, okay, well, Sleater-Kinney is a really important part of the history of the band that I admire. So since the band that my favorite band, it's they're part of their history, I wanted to kind of study up on them and kind of learn, what makes them approachable for the band. So and it turns out all good things and great music and stuff that I love. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun talking about Corin and Carrie. And, I think you kind of mentioned it. Carrie really shocked me when I went to go see them, because I thought that the show, everything that I had heard from everybody was just Corin, listen to her voice. And then, that's all I'm thinking about the whole time. I'm just thinking about her. And then Carrie starts getting up there and she's singing. She's kind of doing a strut. She's dancing. I'm like, damn, Carrie, good going. All right. And it was very disappointing not seeing Janet. I think she was a backbone for the band. And like you said, she was a total badass, but I don't remember. And I'm sure you can name who she is. The drummer that they were using on tour with them was pretty good, but not Janet Weiss. So it's and that's where we are here. I think it was a good deep dive, and now I can hopefully. That's the thing with this band. I'm not sure if my favorite songs are necessarily the songs that you would consider essential Sleater-Kinney, but you know what? We're going to figure that out in just a second.
We are going to find out. So my relationship with them, as mentioned, is pretty much non-existent. I'd heard the name. I couldn't tell you if I'd ever heard a song before. I'm fairly certain they didn't get radio play here in Virginia. I think there was a song as I was doing a last minute cram session just before we went on. There was a song that I was like, oh, you know what? I think I heard that in a movie, which might be possible, but I don't know. So pretty much, John already alluded to this. I know Carrie from Portlandia, which I kind of just stumbled on Netflix one day. So it's not like I was even, seeking out Portlandia. So I know her from that. And then I found out she was in a band, and I was like, oh wait, I'd heard of that band before, but it still wasn't enough to check it out. It doesn't surprise me at all, though, that you, Lizen, said she's a showman, because she is on that show. It doesn't shock me that she would have that in her on stage.
Absolutely. She does. I love the one thing she does is like a little Chuck Berry thing across the stage.
Dig it.
Which is always fun to watch.
And so the one thing I got here, and we'll start tackling your how you guys came about your playlist here in a sec. But one thing that stood out to me was energy, boundless energy. And I wanted to know, John, you've done a bunch of these. What was it like for this specifically? Especially since some of this is new to you, what was it like putting your 20 together this time?
Yeah, it was a little different because I kind of just went chronologically and just kind of wrote down the ones that stuck out to me. I was a little more judicious than I normally am because we are dealing with 8 albums. So I knew there was going to be a lot to go on. So I really just went for things that grabbed me right away. And I tried it. It ended up being pretty even, for every album. There were a few that had, 5 or 6 on the first pass, but I was able to kind of even it out a little bit. I wanted to kind of get a good range throughout there, just because, we're going from 1997 to 2018. So that's a pretty significant amount of time. So I wanted to kind of be representative and give each album kind of a fair shot. Cause I was more familiar with Call the Doctor and Dig Me Out and The Woods. All Hands on the Bad one I'd recently got and just fell in love with that one. But some of them, like, One Beat, Hot Rock, I had only heard maybe one or two songs, and then the newer ones I hadn't really even heard anything from. So I really tried to give each one a fair shake and be representative of each one on this one.
Look at you, John. Very different take.
I'm growing as a person, as they say.
All right, so Lizen, with this being your first episode, what was it like putting your 20 together?
Well, I know that it's hard. It was hard first of all, but I was trying to think back to all the shows and the fan favorites during the shows, because I know there's a lot of songs that I really like that I know even my other Sleater-Kinney fan friends don't like. So I was trying to pull out the ones that I remember everybody getting really excited to and dancing to at the shows. And so because I had a big list, and I would say, okay, well, this one I know people love dancing to this one and bouncing around, and so I'm going to put this one on the list because I'd love for more people to love them like I do.
Well,
so
if we do our job,
trying to pull out some fan favorites along with some of the ones that maybe are a little more obscure that I really like or connect to.
So hopefully if we do our job, we will do just that. And Randy, you already touched a little bit on how you put your 20 together, but did you want to add any other thoughts as to how you rounded out your 20?
Yeah, it's a little bit different because, like I said, the last and only time I've done this was with Bad Religion, and that was a band that I was super, super familiar with for many, many years. And it was kind of, I was able to, on that one, sort of make a pre-set and kind of come up with 20 songs and then sort of prove it to myself whether I was right. And, in some cases I absolutely was. And in some cases I'm like, oh no, this has to be on here. But I couldn't do that with this. I really had to listen to every song and kind of break it down album by album and I went chronologically. I made sure, I started with Call the Doctor, went all the way through until Center Won't Hold. And I kind of, what I did, I passed a couple of songs and then I sort of had my own system and then brought it to a final playlist. And that's when it gets really tough, that you have kind of 30 and you got to knot it down and get rid of 10, get rid of a third of them. And I think, again, like I mentioned, I don't know what the essential Sleater-Kinney songs are. So I kind of went with whatever I was, there are going to be a lot of songs that I'm just like, Corin is just killing this, or the backing vocals were tremendous, or it was just one of those just energy songs. So it's just going to be a mix of just the style that I like.
Absolutely. So you just hit on my biggest point was energy. As I'm going through, that's my first pass was miserable for me. So 92 songs, 4 hours and 59 minutes, just in case anybody was wondering. So it's not like it's a chore. But when all 92 songs have merit, they could belong in the conversation somewhere, you could make a case for them, it's difficult. So finding the dead weight, it was impossible. I think my first pass netted 51 or something like that.
That was around where I was, yeah.
So I barely made any weight. So I had to make yet another pass, which brought it down to 34. And then the other day I was just like, okay, Band-Aid off. And I just started cutting songs. And the last 4 or 5 just hurt. I'm like, oh my God, this one's so good. Oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, it's just got to go. It's just got to go. There's 3 or 4, we're a 4-person panel. So you never know. 3 or 4 seems like it might be a lot. It's hard to hit that 3 or 4 whenever there's 4 people. But I feel like there's a good solid couple of home runs in here. And we will see. But with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. We've each gone through the Sleater-Kinney discography in and we're going to, Jesus Christ, if I could talk. We plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you in case you are like me and missed out on Sleater-Kinney. Also, just a reminder, you have now just heard from 3 people on this panel that are pretty new to Sleater-Kinney. So just remember that as you're listening to this list. All right, so the worst part about going through this is there are a handful that I would call my favorites, but I don't have a playing order. Usually I have some sort of batting order. Like I have some sort of plan coming in. I've got none here, so I'm just going to start at the beginning. I'm gonna go right at Call the Doctor, Stay Where You Are.
Got it.
Did not put that one on mine.
I do not have that one either.
Okay. It goes.
I'm with you, Justin.
It goes to the conversation though. It sticks around, and since that's the case in a 4-person panel, 3. If it hits 3 people, it's weighted heavier than 2 people. All 4 of us make it unanimous. So I always forget to say that. I've just been doing this show for so long that I feel like everybody knows, but they don't. All right, John.
Okay, I'm gonna stay early, and one thing I noticed going through these, that their title tracks are just amazing, like very good choices. So I'm gonna go Call the Doctor off Call the Doctor.
Pooh. Nope.
I got that one.
Hey.
You're 3 for 4.
All right, 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. All right, Lizen.
I also did mine chronologically, so I'm gonna stay with Call the Doctor, and my number 1 for that one was I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone.
Oh.
Yes.
Good.
So that's three of you have it?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Then it's 3 for 4 again.
All right. 3.
That was the first song I heard from them, and I was hooked immediately.
Yeah, that for a young queer girl listening to her talk about how she wants to be my Joey Ramone, I was there for it.
You know what hurts? Like, I was just telling you guys about the last couple of cuts, like the last 5. That was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of them. I almost cried when I had to cut it. All right, Randy.
Should we stay on Call the Doctor? I only have one more Call the Doctor song left, so we might as well just get it out, get it off the board entirely. I'm going to go Anonymous. I think this was definitely very, very high on my list, like probably, if not top 5, then hovering right around it. So anybody have Anonymous?
I do.
Took that one off my list, but that was on it before I cut it.
Yeah, that was a first pass, but didn't make the cut.
All right.
Yeah,
it still
that's
gets
a good
through.
song.
It still gets through. I'll tell you what, like I initially on my last pass had taken Anonymous off, but I left it playing. And then I don't remember where it got, but it got to a certain point in the song. I was like, oh no, I'm wrong, and put it back on. So.
I did that a lot with a couple of these songs. I think I did that with Joey Ramone, actually. I realized, like, you can't pass on a song with Joey Ramone's name in it, right?
I mean, if you're me,
I thought it was a little
can.
kitschy, and the idea of naming it about Joey Ramone, but then I'm like, you know what? No, this is tribute, and I think, a teaser for later. There's more tribute to that era, so hint, hint.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put out my last Call the Doctor then. My Stuff.
No,
I didn't have that one.
You are solo on that.
Solo. That's okay. It goes into the not listed. It's no longer the trash. It is now not listed. Because
So are we being PC about your trash
we're just
file
trying to
now?
we're just trying to be nice, okay?
just the recycling.
It's nice to
Because
be
it
nice.
may-
so
it may
somebody
come back.
else- Yeah, it may come back. Somebody else could want it and use it for something.
You never know. All right, John.
All right, let's go all the way on the opposite end, and let's go to the center one. Let's do The Dog, The Body.
Yeah, I love that song.
I do not have that one.
I did not put that one on my list,
Okay,
but that is a good one.
it's got 2.
It was hard for me to narrow down the center hold. There's a lot of good ones on that one.
I think I mentioned that in the chat. Like, as I'm getting later, usually like you can find in a lot of bands towards the end of the discography, you can start finding the dead weight a little easier, or like you know what you want out of the songs, and so it becomes easier to check them. Okay, yeah, this one can get through, this one can go. That didn't happen this time. A lot made it through.
What's great about them though is that they had 10 years where they didn't have an album at all. They went from The Woods to No Cities to Love and had nothing in between. And then for Center Won't Hold, they kind of changed pace, and that's sort of why Janet left the band. And they kind of, they weren't really the Riot Girl band. They weren't really a punk band anymore. They kind of changed it up where there was a little bit of electronica, a little bit of a dance music vibe. And I'm glad that John brought this one up because The Dog, the Body is kind of like a bridge between their eras almost. There's a little bit of what they were doing in the early days, and there was a little bit of what they had become on that album.
Yeah, they had such an interesting trajectory because, you start out with the Rye Girl, and then they almost like By the Woods, they were almost like Led Zeppelin, just so riffy and heavy. And then to make a left turn like that, 21 years into your career is adventurous.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. Indeed. All right. Well, it goes into the conversation, and it is your turn, Lizen.
Okay. Well, I'll stick with the Center One Hold. It's just easier for me to keep track. I had on mine Reach Out.
Nope.
That's not on mine.
No.
Oh, your first taste. Your first taste of not listed. I mean, better now than later.
Yeah.
Better now.
I'm not
later.
offended.
All right, Randy?
Let's see. I kind of, we've been doing this back and forth here where it's been, all Call the Doctor and all Center Won't Hold. I want to change it up. I'm going to go something off All Hands on the Bad One. You're No Rock and Roll Fun.
Oh,
that one. I love that one.
I do too, but I don't.
That's my number one.
Really?
That's a fun
Wow.
one.
That's my favorite song of theirs. Yeah.
So do we all have it?
I don't.
Justin.
I know.
You've been the outlier here.
I know. I know. I love that one. I mean, I'm not lying when I said a lot of this stuff that hit the floor, like it hurt.
That's one that everybody loves to sing at the concert.
That's how it felt.
Rock and roll fun.
All right. Well, I mean, it's okay to be wrong. I'm wrong a lot on this show. All right, so that goes towards the top because 3 out of 4, and we're back around to me. All right, I'll stay on that album. Why not? All Hands on the Bad One. Ironclad.
No.
I did not put that one on. Nope.
It made my top 30, and it was probably around 26 or 27.
Oh, okay. That one hurts. That was one of my favorite songs by them. All right, John.
One More Hour.
Nope.
That's on Call the Doctor?
Dig Me Out, I believe.
Dig Me Out. I don't have that. I think that made first pass, but it didn't get past it.
I didn't put it on my list, but I remember taking that one off too.
You guys are killing me.
Oh, it started. We're killing John song by song.
This is when just the sighs started like, oh, here we go. Now I got to hope for NTP again.
Let's see.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with, did we do all the Call the Doctor ones? I have Little Mouth on mine from Call the Doctor.
I do not have that.
No, I'm done with Call the Doctor.
No.
Same.
Okay.
All right. Little Mouth. All right. Randy?
We need one from the Woods. I'm going to start with the Woods, and I'm going to go with the opener, the Fox. Land Ho.
Nope.
Anybody have it?
No.
That was like number 23.
Ooh.
Let's see. Wait, do I have it? I thought I didn't. Oh, I'm in the wrong album. That makes sense. That's purple. There we go. No, I don't. Blue. Just a reminder for me later. Blue. All right. Wow, it's back to me already, huh? I thought I put these in order this time.
Come on, Justin. Let's get one in the conversation for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. Shoot. All right. I'll go ahead and come back to Dig Me Out. How about The Drama You've Been Craving?
I left it off.
Didn't put that one on mine either.
I have it.
Hey, John.
Oh, wow. That was drama you were craving.
Unlikely that John's the one who saved me. Insane. All right, John?
Okay, let's go Jumpers.
Yeah.
Which one is that from?
The Woods, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't have that one.
Nope. Nor do I. Wait, where the hell is it? There it is. Nope.
The Jumpers.
2.
That's like a top 5 of theirs.
Oh.
I think we have to do some convincing on that, John.
We'll see.
Wait, so it was 2 for Jumpers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I put it in the wrong list. All right.
Well,
Liza?
if we stick to the Woods, I chose for my number 1 for the Woods was Modern Girl.
Yeah, that has to be there.
I don't have it, but
you guys are gonna kill me. I wanted to, but it did not make the list.
John, you're on a Pearl Jam podcast. How'd you do?
So?
Why? Why? Come on.
I didn't.
Dude,
It didn't make the list. It was close.
how many times?
One that everybody sings as soon as they start playing it at the shows.
Look, it's a good song. I just thought there were 20 better ones.
Every time we bring Modern Girl up on our show, you're like, this is fantastic. I love how they end not with Modern Girl.
It is.
oh god.
So why did you pick it?
God, I love that.
It's
I'd
literally
rather they
freaking part of Pearl Jam.
I'd rather they
Your
end with
favorite
your
band.
I'd rather they tag You're No Rock and Roll Fun, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, because it's not, it's like lower on the top 10 of their best
I knew
songs.
this was going to happen.
That's what
you
happens
did
to
this
me.
on purpose. That's
No,
why.
I didn't.
You 100% did this on purpose.
On my list, I was very objective. I think there's 20 better songs.
You wanted me to freak out, and you got it. Congratulations.
For the record, 2 of you had it, so it's still in the conversation. It's not like it's
in
gone.
the conversation. I know.
So
I'm mad at him. I have a right to be mad at him.
I didn't have it either, so it's it's not like John having it would have saved it.
Well, John has the knowledge of the background of it. Like I'm not saying that you don't have the knowledge of it, but like I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. John doesn't have an excuse.
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I listened to all the albums. It didn't make the list.
Yeah, can't argue with him there. So, all right. So it is your turn, Randy.
Is it mine or is it Lizen?
Lizen had
Lizen
I
had
had
Modern
Modern
Girl.
Girl.
That felt like 10 minutes ago. Okay. Let's go with the title track, No Cities of Love.
Oh, motherfucker. Yes. Okay. Whew. I thought it was a late cut. I do have it.
That was my late cut. I didn't put it on mine.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
All right. 2 still makes it through. And I think we are officially out of NTP. I think the way we're going here.
See, John just wants this game to be destroyed and does a disaster.
Yeah. As soon as one I like goes in the trash, I just hope for chaos.
Yeah. Let's see. How are we doing here? Let me see. I got 14. We'll do a couple more rounds and then we'll clear them out. Because we can do better than 10, I feel like. Back to me, right?
Yep.
Let's go back to Dig Me Out, and I'll go title track. Dig Me Out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes,
we got
we got one. All right, hold on. I haven't had to do this yet. Here, a little bit of that to taste. That is them all over. Hopefully that's coming through you. I know one of the weeks it wasn't.
I hear it.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
That's a good. I haven't heard you do that yet. That's a good little idea to kind of give it the celebratory,
If it's unanimous,
win.
Yep.
Yeah. Love it.
The one thing I think I underrated coming into Sleater-Kinney was how much I was going to love the guitars, and this is just a wonderful guitar sound here.
The interplay between them is really, really good.
Yeah.
Do you miss the bass or no?
I didn't even notice, if I'm being honest.
That's I when I saw them live, I was trying to count the frets, and I'm like, shit, like, is there really no bass in this? And I think there might have been a side stage bass player, but I thought that Carrie played bass. I just assumed.
Yeah.
But no, they just play a lower tuned guitar.
You know what they say about assuming, Randy? Yeah, that exactly.
They zipper their jacket.
Yes.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh. Next time I assume, I will make sure I'm bundled up.
Yeah, there you go. And you'll feel better about it. All right. So, John, it is your turn.
All right, we've had some decent luck with title tracks, so let's go All Hands on the Bad One from All Hands on the Bad One.
I did not put that one on mine.
Nor did I.
Sorry. Let's go.
Okay.
Into not listed. Just to make sure you actually add
Yes.
let's go.
Yes. Dig Me Out.
Dig Me Out. Yep.
All right.
I'm
And
just catching you.
Lizen.
Okay. Just because I'm hoping, my last one from Dig Me Out, which is Words and Guitar.
Yes. That's like top 2, top 3.
I don't have that.
No.
But it does get to go over to the conversation. Oh. I think I just clicked on LinkedIn somehow.
Was that 2 of 4?
It was 2, yeah, 2 of 4. So
Okay.
it still gets to go to the conversation. And while my board refreshes, I feel like I missed one. I think it went in the trash, so it doesn't really matter. All right, Randy?
It is my turn. Okay. We haven't done this album yet. I don't have too many off this album, even though I had a lot that were in my top 30. I had 5 and I only whittled it down to 2, which I'm really disappointed by because I really, really love One Beat. But I'm going to take, and this might not be agreed upon by anybody, I'm going to take O.
I got it.
But I have that one.
Whoa, okay.
Unanimous.
Oh! The surprise of the
I thought that was going to
century.
be a shot in the dark. Wow. Let's hear it.
Yeah, man. Let me scroll this up to the top. Give it a little volume here. Fun, yummy guitars.
That oh, whoa, whoa is just infectious.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly. I think I commented on your post, Justin, when you were asking what essential Sleater-Kinney was, and I just said anything with the word O. And that was kind of referring to that.
Speaking of that, I always love when we do a show where we don't even get, the none of them answer. Like we got nothing. Your answer was the only answer. And that means we might actually turn somebody on to the band. That's
cool.
I love that. I love that. Nobody came to hate. Nobody came with, it's always nice to have the audience input, obviously. But if nobody responds, then better chance that we turn somebody on to the band. All right.
And if nobody responds to your Limp Bizkit episode, then your analytics aren't doing very well.
Well, we also I wasn't doing that when we did the Limp Bizkit episode. Like, it was so early on.
I think I pitched something to you the other day that I had no idea that you did 4 years ago.
Primus.
So,
my name is
there's a lot.
Yeah. I'm
going to go back and listen to it now. But
well,
not Limp Bizkit.
I will tell you this. The show has changed a great deal since we've done Primus. So, all right.
Yes, I requested Primus, everybody.
All right, let me see. I think I'm at 12. Yeah. Let's do 2 more rounds and then just clear it out. Because I feel like I feel like we're doing good here. I'm going to trot one out from the Hot Rock. How about God is a Number?
Man, I took that one off, but I love that song.
All right. That's silence.
I will save you, Justin.
Hey. All right.
Not me.
Okay. God is a Number goes on.
So it is conversation.
Yep. God is a Number. All right, John?
Heart Factory.
Motherfucker. Nope.
I don't have that one.
No. That's an earlier album, right? That's Dig Me Out, or
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, no.
I'm not lying when I think I had almost all of Dig Me Out on my first pass.
I think I had like everything up until the 10th song.
It's just like, okay, something's got to go. I don't know what, but something. All right, Lizen.
Okay. I'll do another one from. Wait, have we done this one? All Hands on the Bad One yet? Have we done that album?
A
We've
couple.
done that, yeah.
Okay, I'll do one from there. The Professional.
Yes. I got it.
I don't have it.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
What I found about All Hands on the Bad One is I found easier cuts, but I think that the songs that made my list from it are some of my favorites by them. So I already mentioned Ironclad, The Professional, and then there's like 1 or 2 others. I just love them.
Well, then let's test this now.
Okay.
Now we're gonna test this because I only have one more song off that album. So let's see if that is one that you like. How about Youth Decay?
Yeah, man. I got it.
Yeah,
All
I have
right.
that one.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
you got
you
3
said
though.
that was one of your favorite albums. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I know it was a late cut. It was in the top 30.
But we got 3, so it goes up near the top. All right. So that clears me out from that album. All right. What did I say? 1 more round and then we're clearing out? So we're clearing out now. All right. I'm going to start right at the top. So Dig Me Out. These first 2. I got Turn It On.
No.
No.
I have Turn It On.
All right. Makes the conversation. I also have from Dig Me Out, Jenny.
No.
No.
Okay. I figured that one wouldn't. From the Hot Rock, I have Memorize Your Lines.
Nope.
No.
No, not for me.
Okay. From One Beat, I have O2.
No.
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 For a
Okay.
second, I thought you meant like O2, like
Again.
it was the song O. And I'm like, wait, they had a
sequel.
They had a sequel?
I
I don't
love
remember that.
I love
No,
sequel
I
songs. Hollywood Ending.
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Hey, all right. Into the conversation it goes. From The Woods, What's Mine Is Yours.
I have that one, yeah.
I do not.
Nope.
All right, 2. Same record. Nightlight.
No.
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 All right. From No Cities to Love, Surface Envy.
That was a late
Nope.
cut.
Yes.
Hey, look at that. Me and John are on the same page this
I
ep.
know,
This
man.
is weird.
How about that?
It
And
would be nice to be on the same page as John, wouldn't it?
Oh, please.
The Setter Won't Hold. I've got Restless.
No.
I don't have that one.
Not this time, Justin.
All right. I did way better than I thought I was going to do there, though. All right, so I am out. All right, John, you want to clear him out?
Okay, I've got Good Things.
No.
That's one of my favorites, but I didn't put it on my list.
Justin?
No, I'm out.
Oh, okay, that's true. Steep Air.
No.
No.
Fade.
No.
Nope.
Light Rail Coyote.
I got
That
that
was-
one.
Late cut for me.
2.
I had that one.
Cool.
Start Together.
No.
No.
And The End of You.
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. Lizen, you want to clear out what you got?
Sure.
All right, let's see if we can get some into the conversation here.
Okay. Living in Exile.
Not that one.
Banned from the End of the World.
No.
We did that one. That one. Entertain.
That was a late cut. That was like probably 22 or so.
Bury Our Friends.
No.
No Anthems.
That was another late cut. That was
Oh.
another good one.
Hey Darling.
No.
And did we say this one? Hurry On Home.
I have that one.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah.
And I have one last one. Is The Future Is Here.
No, that's it.
All right. You want to just
Yeah,
just
let me
clear it up?
try to figure this out. Okay. Very surprised that nobody picked Little Babies. I thought
That was a late cut for me. I almost put that on there.
one of their catchiest songs easily. I had, by the way, for the record, I had nothing off Hot Rock.
Interesting.
Nothing against the album. You know, there were a couple of things that passed, but it just didn't really do it for me. Let's see. I got both of my All Hands on the Bad one from One Beat, Combat Rock. That is basically a Clash song because its title name is a Clash album. I think you got Modern Girl Jumpers, What's Mine Is Yours, and The Fox. That all those were mentioned. I think the only other song that I have that wasn't mentioned was A New Wave off No Cities to Love.
That was number 21. That was the last one I cut.
Oh, wow. Dang.
That album got a lot of love from us. There's only 3 songs left.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, interesting. I always find that interesting whenever I know I'm missing something here in this conversation, but John, you'll set me straight. Here's what I got. And like I said, I know something's missing here. Call the Doctor, Youth Decay, I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone, You're No Rock and Roll Fun, Hollywood Ending, What's Mine Is Yours, Light Rail Coyote, Stay Where You Are, Anonymous, The Dog, The Body, Jumpers, Modern Girl, The Drama You've Been Craving, No Cities to Love, Words and Guitar, God Is a Number, The Professional, Surface Envy, and Hurry On Home.
You said Stay What You Are?
Yeah,
Yes.
Stay Where
Yes.
You Are.
Yep.
Stay Where You Are, sorry.
Yep.
You said Anonymous,
Yes.
and you said Jumpers,
Yes.
and you said Turn It On.
I did not.
I think so.
That one had 2, I believe.
Yeah, I had it.
I feel like I did
I
too.
think,
so-
Justin, you had it too.
Yeah, so it just somehow didn't. Oh, and The Professional. Did I say that?
Yes.
Yep,
Okay,
the Professional's
I
in
did.
there.
Analog wins again.
I'm trying to do two screens, my own and the group one. So eventually I'll learn how to automate it. All right. So we got two all the way through. Dig Me Out and O are in. So we have, let's see.
Interesting.
Yeah. Of the, I would have never guessed that those were the two that would be, all the way.
I think Dig Me Out was.
Seems like a
I think
gimme.
that was one of them that I thought would go because one of their more popular albums.
Yeah. So we have 20 songs that we need to whittle down to 8. And we just read them. So if anybody has anything like they really... Actually, let's have the album representation discussion right now. Do we need to represent everything?
Close to. Like, they had so many 90s albums that were so close to each other that, like, there's not a lot of space. I think that as long as No Cities to Love and The Center Won't Hold are both in there, if we do, like, nothing from All Hands on the Bad One or nothing from Dig Me Out, nothing from Hot Rock, that's just my opinion, though, then, like, one of those albums, then I think will be in the clear. Just because they had, 5 albums in the span of 6 years, and even the one that we didn't do was probably a year before Call the Doctor.
Right. I would say, yeah, let's not force it, but we'll see how it plays out.
I agree. I think.
And what I meant by No Cities to Love and Center Won't Hold is at least one song from the two albums combined. So you get a late era.
Okay. So is there anything like right off the bat that anybody's like really wanting to go? Actually, I'm going to go to Lizen first because it's your first time here. Is there anything that stands out to you on that list that's like, gotta have that?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to say I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like that one has to be on there.
All right. I was the odd man out on that, and it was super duper late for me. So, like, I'm with it. Let's do it.
Cool.
Slide that one on through. John. Anything?
You're No Rock and Roll Fun is the one that I'm going to fight for.
Oh, yeah. I want it too.
That one's good.
I'm there with you.
Same. Like, I mean, it didn't make my final 20, but it was at worst in that last 34. It was one that just got cut just because it had to. All right. Randy, is there one out there that you're really wanting to fight for?
Gee, I wonder. Well, there are 3 that are on the Woods that are in the conversation, and one of them needs to go. So do we save the conversation for later, or do we do it now? We can build the drama if you guys want.
You're saying one of them needs to go on the list, or one of them needs to go in the trash?
One of them needs to go on the list, like in the top 10.
So the 3 we have are What's Mine Is Yours, Jumpers, and Modern Girl.
Right. Maybe we should keep that and just kind of tease that, friend. Maybe like bring it back towards the end, because I can easily put 2 of those on.
Okay.
I don't think any of those had 3, did they? They were all 2s.
What do you mean?
I had
like all those had 2 people instead of 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Because I definitely didn't have Jumpers or Modern Girl,
right?
But I did have What's Mine Is Yours.
So I
had all 3 of them.
The only other ones that had 3 out of us were Call the Doctor
and Youth
Decay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we move those over.
I'm with it.
I'm fine with that.
I got both of those too. So
I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
So now you have Call the Doctor and All Hands on the Bad One that have good representation here.
Yes.
So like Stay Where You Are and Anonymous and The Professional probably.
Well, yeah, I
don't
think
need to be on there.
Yeah, we can absolutely lose those.
Although I love Anonymous, but
so do I. It does hurt, but it was around for a good while. Let's lose. I'm putting The Professional up in top just in case we need it again. All right. So we've got Dig Me Out from Dig Me Out, but we've got 3 others from that album. Do we want another one?
I think the album is worthy of it. Yeah, I'm gonna fight for Words and Guitar if I fight for anything.
That one's really good.
That's the only one I didn't have, but it was definitely a late cut. For
Great
me.
backing vocals. Like
Yeah.
that's like typical what I want out of Carrie.
Where do you sit on words and guitar, John?
I'm okay with it. Like I said, it was a late cut for me. I do like the song, but yeah, if they're gonna fight for it, then I'm willing to go along.
All right.
Cool.
So that puts us at 7, and I think that officially puts Turn It On and Drama You've Been Craving in the not listed. All right, so now we're at the nitty gritty here. Let's see.
Why don't we go towards the bottom? Why don't we go to like one of the later albums? We got 4 from those.
So we have Surface Envy, No Cities to Love, The Dog, The Body, and Hurry On Home. And so that's from No Cities to Love, obviously, and The Center Won't Hold. So is there weight to what Randy was saying earlier? Just take one of those 4 to represent later, or do we need one from each album?
I think we can at least take one now, and then I think after we take one from the Woods, to me it's a toss-up with a lot of these.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
All right. How are you feeling, John?
Yeah, that's I can live with that. We'll see how it plays out.
All right. So what's the one that jumps out of those 4?
Probably No Cities to Love, but personally for me it's The Dog, The Body.
Okay. So
but I don't know if then there's the conversation of like, would I give somebody 10 songs? Would this be in the starter pack? Like this might be, it's a deep cut off their new album. That's pretty deep for a starter pack,
Yeah. And
No Cities to Love is at least a safe pick. It's a title track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the thing with The Dog, The Body is offering a different sound, saying, hey, This is something they can do. Do we think that's important, or would we rather rope them in and hope that they get to that album?
So is Hurry On Home, though. Like Hurry On Home is pretty much a dance song, which they don't really have before that album.
Yeah.
I would lean towards The Dog, The Body, but I think you can't go wrong with any of those.
Oh, look at John playing safe. Is there something that you're really wanting to fight about, and that's why you're taking it easy right now? I feel like you're lurking. Yeah, there we go. There
fight
it is.
Against maybe.
I think I would do The Dog, The Body over No Cities to Love.
Really? Okay.
All right. Well, let's take the different sound in. Let's do it. The Dog, The Body is in.
That's fair. I mean, I love the song. I'm pleased that I made it.
All right, so we've got 2 left now.
So far, I think I've picked everything that's in the top 8, which is cool. But let's see if that lasts. At least I have all of the these Woods songs. Should we get to the Woods now, since we need something from the Woods?
Probably now is the time. So we have What's Mine Is Yours, Jumpers, and Modern Girl. Of those, What's Mine Is Yours is the only one that I had. So that's the only one that jumped out enough to make the 20. I don't recall either of the other 2 being on my radar, but that doesn't mean that they weren't, because there was 51 songs.
So I'll make a proposal as I normally do in these things at this point. I'm going to say you guys, especially, Lizen is the expert. I'm going to propose that we just put on Jumpers, put on Modern Girl, and call it.
Those were the ones I was going to fight for.
Oh, all right. So that.
So I'm totally fine with that. It's.
So I'm opening that up to discussion. I'm not saying we have to do it, but I'm saying that's on the table.
So
yeah, I was going to make it a little bit more dramatic than that and say I was going to fight for Jumpers before Modern Girl, and then if Modern Girl was the 10th one and have you finally cave into that, then, make it a little bit more dramatic. But yeah, the Woods is considered one of their best albums. So to have 2 songs from one of their best, I'm not going to complain about that at all. Especially they're both in my top 5.
Well,
Lizen's being awful quiet.
The Woods is my least favorite album.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, as the Sleater-Kinney fan proves me wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's good. They're excellent musicians and it's good music. It just was not what I expected from them when that album came out.
It is like a big rock album. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love rock, but for some reason that album just never really clicked with me.
So would you Lizen prefer to take just one and then take another one from one of the different albums?
Well, I'm looking at the other songs up, and honestly, I don't know. I think it's important to have Modern Girl on there just because I know that is a fan favorite.
So
and that one,
let's do that.
They play that one all the time at their concerts.
That's like a deep encore track. That's like an encore 1 closer, right?
Yeah, they like whenever they start to play that one, Carrie gets a big old smile on her face because she knows everybody sings along with it.
Oh, that's
so. Is there another one that stands out to you on the list? On the remaining ones?
The only one, and that's just because my personal favorite album is the one that nobody likes. It's the Hot Rock and God Is a Number. But I really like that song partly because it's so dated. Because it's talking about Y2K.
Let me see if I even passed it out in the first round. I'm not sure. Because I didn't have a lot off the Hot Rock.
So are we going to throw Modern Girl over then?
Yeah. Modern Girl's in.
Okay.
I was thinking that all along. Is judging by Lizen's story, I feel like Modern Girl kind of had to be in, and then Randy had the Pearl Jam story.
Yeah, I'm going to be kicked off the Pearl Jam podcast if it's not on there, so that's fine.
So no comment.
I mean, at this point, so Lizen's.
I wouldn't have kicked you off. Everybody else would have kicked you off. You would have been run out of town. That's what would have happened.
Lizen has thrown her vote
Fight
for
me, I'm not afraid.
God Is a Number.
Yeah, I know.
I think at this point it's safe to lose like these 3 at the bottom from the last 2 records. I think. Yeah,
No Cities of Love has a little bit of weight to it, but like it's not.
I'll throw out Hollywood Ending too. I'll say it's between Jumpers, God Is a Number, and Hollywood Ending me for the last one.
You read my mind.
Where did I have Hollywood Ending?
It is precisely what I was going to say. Of all the bands, this is the one that me and John are on the same page with.
I know, that's crazy.
I never would have guessed.
I had Hollywood Ending made it through my first pass, but it's one of those like I can't. Because I wasn't listening to it for the last 24 hours, I can't picture what the song is, and I definitely don't know God Is a Number.
All right, well, we have a cure for that. I'll tell you this, this never helps. It always makes it worse. But we're going to do it anyway. Tasty.
Oh yeah, that's great.
All right, and then we're going to get a little bit of Hollywood Ending.
My small nitpick is that it has good build, but it doesn't completely burst, and that might be okay because not every song has to burst. But I guess when you have Korn there, you expect the burst to come.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little Hollywood ending here. I never even once thought about the bass. And normally I do.
Oh, this is a great song. Yeah, this is not helping.
Yeah, it never does. It never does. I do it all the time. It never helps.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, how did I not pass this one further? Like, this is fantastic.
So if you had to weight the songs, God Is a Number, Hollywood Ending, Jumpers, put them in order, Randy.
Jumpers, Hollywood Ending, got his number. I'm
right.
still on Jumpers train.
Okay. And Lizen, you had God Is a Number at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you put Jumpers? Where would you put Hollywood Ending?
I'd probably put Jumpers and then Hollywood Ending.
Okay. John? Either he's thinking or we lost him.
Do we have to play Jumpers?
Yeah, can you play like 5 seconds of Jumpers just to be fair?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And keep in mind, this song doesn't stay the way that you hear it initially. Like, after the intro, it completely changes.
Oh, yeah, this one. Okay.
Let's go a little bit forward. Never helps. Just made it worse.
What I will say about Jumpers is that whenever I finished an album on Spotify and it just went to whatever randomized the next thing, it was almost always Jumpers.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be really hard to rank. It'd be so close. I mean, I like them all a lot. It's like 1A, 1B, 1C.
So do we have what Hollywood Ending does already covered?
Possibly.
So
I just love that. I mean, I defaulted, and this will explain a little bit of why I didn't put Modern Girl on my list, but I defaulted to like the really intricate guitar playing songs. Like those are the ones that really jumped out at me and that they're really connected. And all three of these have that, so I'm okay with any of them.
Okay. What's the outlier here? God Is a Number, Jumpers, Hollywood Ending. What sound? Because these are three different. Like these are different. These are on different levels. So
all very different.
Yeah.
So which?
It's I think there are so many different styles of Sleater-Kinney that you can suggest to somebody, and like the four of us are saying right here, we all kind of like different things. So, you know what you know, I might have to argue for God Is a Number because I don't think anything on our 9 right now sounds like that. But also, I don't think anything sounds like Jumpers either. So, fuck.
The two I'm between as well.
All right, so I'm going to make the case here, and I'm going to make it easy for everybody, and I'm going to make the case for God Is a Number because we don't have anything from the Hot Rock. It is Lizen's favorite record. So I feel like that.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
She's the pro here. So let's.
Thanks, man.
Let's put God Is a Number in there. That gives us our 10. Dig Me Out. Oh, I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone. You're No Rock and Roll Fun. Call the Doctor. Youth Decay. Words and Guitar. The Dog. The Body. Modern Girl. And God Is a Number. All right, let's light them feet on fire, John. Which one's the number one with a bullet?
Ooh, this is tough. I mean, I got my 3 favorite Sleater-Kinney songs on there, so I can't really complain. But I will say that O is the number one.
Wow. I was so surprised that you guys thought so highly of that. So I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's so good.
Lizen, what do you think? The number one with the bullet. And for those who are new to the show, and in case you don't know, Lizen, there is a yearly show that we do that is a yearly wrap-up. And we take one song from every band we did that year, and we make a top 10 starter kit from all those bands. So the song that we picked today will be the Sleater-Kinney representation in that show.
I'm gonna get on that thing one of these years.
That's the all-star game of deprogrammed.
Can you play a little bit of O?
I sure can.
Thank you.
Let me go back up to the top because it is. And it also, yeah, it also is the one song you would give to somebody out of these 10 to say, here's Sleater-Kinney. Here it is. God.
The harmony is beautiful.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's the part that makes me go, yes, that one.
Yeah, I think that's got everything you want.
Yeah, because you got Carrie bringing you in, and then you got Corin just ripping it up. I like that one.
How are you feeling, Randy?
You're asking me or John?
Yeah, Randy.
Me. Here's the thing. It's just. I love this song, and obviously it was in my top 20. So, but I wouldn't have ever thought that would be the one song out of the Sleater-Kinney list. Like, to me, I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone, Dig Me Out, and to a lesser extent, Modern Girl. I know it's probably their most popular song, but popular doesn't really mean, hey, this defines the band, because I don't think Modern Girl does define who they are. I don't think that's fair to say that. But I kind of want to say I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone does that. And I think Dig Me Out does that too. I'm tied between the two of them.
Yeah.
All right. So sound-wise, I can get with you. But here's what I'm going to say about O and why I'm going to throw my weight behind it. Number one, it is truly terrific. And you can rope a lot of people with that sound. And it's not like it's some sort of outlier for them. Like it's a Sleater-Kinney song. Also, it actually stands a chance with Fredo. Like he might actually like that song. So yeah, I mean,
right. Dig Me Out might turn off. Yeah.
He's not gonna like the screaming and I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone. True.
Yeah.
I think, and I was kind of thinking of that too. I was actually thinking of my stepdad, who he would probably. I mean, he knows that Sleater-Kinney is one of my favorites, and he's like a Pearl Jam fan, and all of
he has great taste.
Yeah, he's great taste. He's Pearl Jam fan. He's listening to like Japanese noise bands when I was growing up and stuff.
Word.
And I know that like
Shout out
girl
Mel
bands
Banana.
were not his thing. But I'm trying to think of like if I was just going to introduce him to Sleater-Kinney and he'd never heard them before, I'd want him to listen to O first.
Yeah, it's catchy. Like it's not so far out of the box of what they do. Like it's them, but it's also catchy. It's going to rope somebody in. So, and that's the name of the game here.
Yeah, and two, I want to mention like You're No Rock and Roll Fun is also got the catchy, but I don't think it covers the whole spectrum like O does. I think O like encapsulates everything that they do, like we talked about. But You're No Rock and Roll Fun is just as catchy, and that's probably, like I said, that was my number one. But O was in my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
O to me, I put O at like 10, 11, which is, it's obviously very high, but it wasn't in my top 5. But look, if it's 3 against 1, and if it's just for picking the ultimate song from this band, I'm going to go with the person that's been there the longest and what she has to say. And, but like, what am I just going to say? Like, I like the song, but it's, that that's not the biggest argument.
Well, you're not Fredo, so you won't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm more easily impressed.
Also,
And I'm
Show
with
me Dig Me
you.
Out, I like it.
I'm with you with Dig Me Out and I Want to Be Your Jody Ramone as like an ultimate fan. Those are the songs that I'm like, yes, that is Sleater-Kinney. These
Right.
are freaking amazing. But as someone, if I'm thinking about being someone on the outside who's not heard this sound before, I think maybe easing them in might be more successful.
Yeah, ease them in and hope you can rope them to some of the other records. And it also says something that we only had, the 2 unanimous, and you had it middle of the pack, and O was it was unanimous. It was one of those 2. So I think that says something for the song. So here we go.
For the band too.
Yeah, 100%. So here we go. Oh, Dig Me Out. I Want to Be Your Joey Ramone. You're No Rock and Roll Fun. Call the Doctor. Youth Decay. Words and Guitar. The Dog, The Body. Modern Girl. And God Is a Number. That's our 10, and we're sticking to it. And hey, if you dig what's going on here at Deprogrammed, or you like the sound of my voice, patreon.com/ohhijustin is a place where you can go and get all the me you can handle. I do a daily podcast called Oh Hi Justin that you get for only $1. I'm just saying, it's only $1. You got $1? I'd like to have you aboard. It also gets you, it gets you daily content. It gets you this show deprogrammed before the rest of the world. It gets you everything else that I'm doing, and it also gains you access to the Discord. Please come play in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. John's going to try his hand at DJing.
Ooh, we'll see.
Try to put you on the spot, but we also do a show called Let's Playlist on Mondays, where we all just sit around and we come up with a theme and we make a playlist and listen to it together. It's a lot of fun.
We apologize for breaking things before we go to school.
It's gonna be awesome. Wake and Break. I was really proud of that one. Wake and Break. Stupid. But come play. It'll be fun and it's free. You get, more tiers if you join through the Patreon, but Discord's free. Come play. And with that, we're a podcast, so maybe rate, subscribe, comment. But honestly, the best way that you can help me is by sharing. Tell a friend that you listen to Deprogrammed, you dig the show, tell them that they should listen and subscribe and all that stuff. Because I don't believe in any of that, the rating and the commenting, because you comment and you tell me I picked the wrong songs and give me a 1 star. What's the deal? Don't do that. That's rude. Okay, now I'm just saying words. So, with that, Sleater-Kinney, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.